Neha Joby, and this is my final project for advanced writing in the technical professions. I created a Python-based code called Stellar Speller. Stellar Speller is the easy and convenient spell checker to fix all your daily spelling mistakes. Program structure of this code. I have two classes that work together in the main.py file in order to correct all your misspelled words. The errors class processes user input by reading the user inputted file and compares it to the dictionary to create a list of spelling errors which must be corrected. Then, the correct errors class corrects the incorrect misspelled words found in the errors class. The functions in this class spell check each given word by finding different spelling mistakes and cross-checking the corrected words with all the words in the dictionary. The main.py file then runs both the errors and correct errors classes to get the corrections from your misspelled words and writes the corrected version of the passage in a new text file. The errors class consists of 5 main functions: read dictionary, read text file, find errors, print errors, and run functions. Each of these functions have their own returns or outputs. So, going in depth to what each of these functions do. The read dictionary function reads the dictionary file. The read text file function reads the user's text file. The find errors function is a function that finds the errors in the text file by comparing words in the dictionary to see which ones don't match and which ones are the misspelled words. Then the print errors function prints out the misspelled words. Moving on to the correct errors class. In order to correct your misspelled words, I incorporated 6 different spelling heuristics: capitalization, single transpose, double the trouble, insertion, deletion, and letter swap. Capitalization. This one's pretty straightforward. This function capitalizes the first letter of each sentence and is very important when writing important emails, letters, and papers. So in order to make that easy, Stellar Speller will do the capitalizing for you. At the start of a new line and after every period, my program will capitalize the first letter in each sentence. The second heuristic, single transpose. I know that I often struggle with figuring out how to spell words such as received and definitely, because I mix up the order of the letters. My program will solve that problem by finding these single transpositions and replacing them with a direct match from the dictionary. Double the trouble. Stellar Speller also replaces double letters with a single letter, just in case you accidentally hit a key twice or you were having a terrible day and started rage typing. Insertion. This is a feature that adds a missing letter in any word to make the word correct. And then, in reverse, deletion. This is a feature that deletes a letter in any word to correct a misspell. And the final heuristic, letter swap. This function swaps out one letter for another to make the word correct. Now, the dictionary.txt file is the standard dictionary that Stellar Speller uses to compare misspelled words with the correct spelling. This list consists of about 181,000 words from the English language, which includes, but is not limited to, all plurals, suffixes, and prefixes of every word. So, say I want to write a post for my blog. This would be the user input text file. And as you can see, obviously there are several misspelled words in this passage. So how do these misspelled words interact with the dictionary to produce the corrected words? So, my program strips out the misspelled words, compares those misspelled words to the dictionary words, and then outputs the corrected words by running it through the 6 different spelling heuristics that I had talked about earlier to produce the word that you intended to use. But how does this all work together as one super awesome spell checker, you ask? Well, I'll show you. This is the roadmap. So, step number 1. The program asks for a dictionary file and a text file. Step 2. The program reads the dictionary and text files to create 2 separate lists of words that are compared with each other. Step 3. Words from the text file that don't match the dictionary are defined as misspelled words. These misspelled words are then run through the 6 spelling heuristics. Step 5. The corrected words are compared with the dictionary words to see if they match. And then, these corrected words replace the misspelled words and create a new edited passage. See how this works in real time. So, here's a link to my GitHub repository. If you click on it, you can see that this is the Stellar Speller repository. Here I have the program setup and system instructions all written out. So let's go through this. So I'm assuming that you already have Visual Studio Code and Python installed in your computer. If you don't, the steps here show you how to set that up. Okay, so what you want to do first is download the 3 main Python files. So that would be the Stellar Speller main.py file, the errors.py file, and the correct errors.py file. In addition, you also want to download the dictionary.txt file. Now, this is for English language users only. If you are spell checking in a different language, you can always look up a different dictionary and don't download that from the internet. So once you have those 4 files downloaded, you want to download them into a folder on, for example, your desktop. So here's my folder. I labeled it as Stellar Speller Code, and as you can see, it has the 3 Python files, as well as the dictionary file, dictionary text file, and my sample passage. Remember my blog that I wanted to post that had a ton of mistakes? Yeah. So as you can see, you can edit this file and put in your own passage, but this is what I want to get corrected. All right, so once you have that, let's launch Visual Studio Code. So in Visual Studio Code, what you want to do is open a new file folder. So you go to File, Open Folder, and then Desktop and the name of your file. Perfect. So now that you have that, let's open up each of the files. So you've got Stellar Speller main file. You've got the errors file, which is reading the dictionary and finding the errors. And then you have the correct errors file, which consists of all the 6 different spelling heuristics. Now let's open up the dictionary.txt file. So as you can see, a whole list of every single word in the English language dictionary. And then let's also open up the sample passage. Perfect. Now that you have all 5 files opened up, you can execute your program. So to execute, let's click the Run Python File button in the top right-hand corner. The first thing that my program will ask you to do is to enter the name of the dictionary file. So my dictionary file, as seen here, is called dictionary.txt. Now you also want to enter the name of your user inputted text file. Mine is called sample passage.txt. Okay, now we're going to click enter. And there you go, folks. Here are the misspelled words from my text passage, and here are those words corrected. Perfect. Now that I have a wonderfully working, corrected blog post, I can finally post this with full confidence. Woohoo! No more spelling mistakes. Thank you so much for watching.